Last time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. That will collapse the structure. Scan visor at the ready to look at the ceiling somewhere. Here we go. Here he is. This is a Metroid cocoon. Scan this right here. Got it. Infantile Metroid. Come on, Samus. I know you have it in you to be a bit more less ruthless against baby Metroids, so this is going to change this room permanently. You will need to use the boost ball in order to get upwards to get through here. Sonic boom required. Power bombs, we can blow this thing wide open. I didn't compare it to the light beam because destroy that and collect our 4th Sky Temple key. There we go, got to it. And there is our 5th Sky Temple key. Are they doing the cat? What the hell? So let's go around here and switch the Echo Visor. That's what Metroid does with it, it makes you backtrack to previous areas. But anyway, by aligning these areas, we've got an energy tank. If you generally follow this beam of light, then it should guide you along the way of where you need to go. There! Did it! Finally! Go over this way, drop down here, jump. Go over this way, jump, and there's a missile expansion. Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. We're getting really close to the end of the game now. Just after this episode, there's just going to be 2 more left. So, in this episode, we're going to go to Torvus Bog and get every single item in the area. Okay, so the area I wanted to come to was Torvus Grove, which is the area that connects to Dark Ether with the portal just below it there. We want to be in this room first because there's a power we need to get here. Right after we take out these Dark Pirate Commandos. Right, now they've been taken out, I want to take my attention to the fact that there are some Densium trees here, so what we can do is transform them into a morph ball and lay a power bomb here. That will collapse this tree and reveal ourselves an upgrade. With that reveals, if we can find where... Yeah, there we go. Now if we climb up here, we can get ourselves a missile expansion. We could have got this way back after we got the power bombs in Torvus Bog and come back up this way, but I thought it would be better to just get it while we were doing the end-game cleanup, as it were. We're not going to jump cut anyway, because the next power-up is right through here. This portal chamber here. You may remember seeing that platform ages ago. This is specifically on timing here, so this may take a few attempts to perform correctly, but if we use the screw attack... Ah, missed it! This was particularly tricky, but if you can get to it, then it's quite worth it. Ah, nope. Wrong timing again. It's like the other energy attack, it took so long to screw attack towards it. Nope. That's a failure. Taking 10 damage every time. Right, let's wait for the platform to move across here. There we go. Got to it. And there is the final energy tank in the game. We have all 14 energy tanks now. That is very good. Getting back is a lot simpler. Wow, as soon as I said getting back was a lot simpler, failed to do the screw attack completely there. Anyway, we want to be heading up through the boost ball route. Well, there's a few routes we can take really, but so the one I want to take is directly through this way. So I shall see you when we get to the portal I want to go through, because we're going to be heading to Dark Ether pretty soon. Okay, so now we're in the Dark World. I want to be moving out through this door right after we defeat the Dark Pirate Commandos. Just go through this door here. We've got the power bombs now, so we can go through this. I'll open up a new room in Dark Ether, the Putrid Alcove, and we want to be in here because there is an upgrade we can get. It should be around here somewhere. Yeah. There we go. We have ourselves another power bomb expansion. I want to stress that I do not think the gender of the protagonist matters really. The quality of the product is more important than the political agenda that you're trying to drive home, but I feel like that's been lost in a lot of media as of late. Let's not get too much into that though, because we have something here. Because in this room all along, there was actually, I believe it was in here. It might be underwater actually. Let's check underwater here, because there should be a there should very much be a theropod around here somewhere. Sure, must be around here. The Torvus Bog, the Luminoth that was dead in the light world was in the light counterpart of this room, so I'm pretty sure it must be around here somewhere. There we go. Okay, right there it is. Change into this one here. Destroy that. And we have ourselves a Sky Temple key. Right, so that was there all along. Good to know. Right, so what we're going to do is go back a different route, but along the way I'm going to be stocking up at a energy recharge station. Actually, is there a route over this way? I don't think there is. I think this blocked off in the Dark World. Yeah, it is. But yeah, this was obviously, we couldn't get down here until now. Now we have the light suit, but. So yeah, I'm going to go and head a different route. Not that way. So I'm going to go and head towards the ammo recharge station near Torvus Temple, and then we're going to come back a slightly different route to get a scan that I completely missed out on. Okay, so the missing scan was in this room all along, so I'll just come back here because there's one particular scan I didn't manage to get while I was here. Should be, here it is. These are Dark Sentinel crystals. Monitor system designed for use from Dark Ether. Used by Luminoth soldiers to monitor critical areas throughout Dark Ether. Few remain, those that do broadcast data to Umos of Ether. The original Sentinel crystals were durable, but they had their limits. The toxic nature of Dark Ether, coupled with constant attack from the Ing, destroyed many of them. The Luminoth responded with the Dark Sentinel crystal. Sheathed in dark energy, it is more resistant to the atmosphere of the Ing homeworld, and the attacks of its denizens. Right, so with that in place, we now have up to 95% scans, so there's still another one in the Sanctuary Fortress we can get, as well as the endgame scans, and of course the one we missed out on. That keeps track of everything. So we finished in Dark Ether just for now. We're going to go back to Light Ether for a moment, get one more power up in this area, which I believe we're missing out on. And then we're going to go into the Hydro Dynamo Station area to proceed onwards and get more power ups in that area. Who needs a more full anyway? Okay, we're at the Great Bridge area, just come through the tunnel that you might have seen just earlier because I unfroze it. But we're here because of this Denzium, you may remember. Now let's break it open with a power bomb. Go through this tunnel to collect another power bomb expansion. And I think that's every power bomb expansion in the game. We've found every single one. And of course we should use another one to get out of here. So yeah, power bombs are a lot more useful resource now. So now that we've done that, we're going to head downwards and head into the basement of the temple to proceed onwards. Okay, so I wanted to come back through this way through the gathering hall because take a look, we have spiral tracks here, as well as the use of the grapple beam, which was there before, admittedly, but the more important thing is the spiral. So you might be wondering, how do we get up to those spiral tracks? Well, it's quite simple. We go into here, lay a power bomb on here, and we have, well, we could use the boost ball, but it's not really doing much here. So what you need to do here is bomb this here. Or try power bomb. Yeah, it's a power bomb that will drain all of the water in the area, and that will allow us to use the boost ball. And that will just jump us up to this point. So from here, well, you can see there's two different ways to go in a way. We go around this way, waits for the spiral track to move around. And that will allow us to get to a bomb slot. We use this. That deactivates one slot on there. That will drop us down here now. We need to go on the other side. Same deal here. This time this one came around a lot more quickly. Now go into here, use the bomb slot here. That will deactivate the shield and finally allow us to get this missile expansion here. And platforms will open up which will allow us to access it. So, now we're here. Let's see. You're going to use the grapple beam to get to this platform here. Then jump up this way and here's the missile expansion. We nearly have all the missile expansions in the game. Getting very close to that 100% item completion. So, I want to be heading to our next destination is going to be into the catacombs to get into the Dark Ether, which is where our destination is for gathering the next Sky Temple key. However, there's a room we haven't been into yet, and it's through this door because it was blocked by the Annihilator beam. I say it's time to go through here. Right, so now we're in this room. There is a power-up we can collect here, so let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, there's a bomb slot here. That's going to change things. Right. Okay, that's the way forward if you want to do that. But we want to get the power up from this room. Come on, let's try this again. I just use bombs because that's easier for timing on these ones. We really got the jet streams going on. So we want to go up this way now. Should be able to make that in one go. Now if we hit this, that should reverse the jet stream and allow us to go up this way. But not through there because that's a bridge. For some reason you're going to go through this way. Interesting how the architecture works there. Keeping slightly off on the timing here. Ah, I just missed it. Right, through here. We have one more bomb slot to get. Let's just roll over to this direction. Jump up this way. Up here. And you can see the prize we're going after in this room. Unfortunately, I completely missed this part here, so we have to do the whole sequence all over again. Whoops. Fortunately, it's quite a bit quicker to get back if you do fail, but have reactivated bomb slots at any point. So that's always good to know. Last one here. And there's a missile expansion. We're getting so close to having all the missile expansions now. Kind of crazy, actually. Let's get through here now and proceed onwards. Now go into this room and we've got some ventilers. Here we are since we see these guys. And there's another nunchuck failure, dang it! Right, now that's been taken care of, let's not fall down there, let's actually try and go into the dark portal and go to dark ether. Because if you remember, there's a dead Luminoff key barrel law here, so it likewise follows that the Dark World room is where our key is. Right, so now we're in this room, we want to go into the poisonous water here, that we can do that now. That's going to create a sort of a little maze here, which we actually got to make our way through. There's also this thing here, the Watchdrone. Mechanoid Watchdrone, rogue security mechanoid. Indestructible, but irritated by bright light. Target will be herded out of place by exploding its lights. Watchdrones were built for the Luminoff to guard key areas in the Hinder Ing armies. Most of these units have betrayed their masters and now serve the Ing. Watchdrones are indestructible and reluctant to move, but can be forced into quitting their posts by exposing them to light, pure light. Once the light fades, the mechanoid will return to its original resting state. Curiously, I wondered if they see, I got this confused with another scowl together and think that I thought that we might be missing something along those lines, but nope. It was along the way. I was right to think there was another logbook entry we needed, which somehow missed out in the list that I was compiling for scans I need to look out for when going for all the items. So let's scan this light field. Yeah, the Watchdrone will move out of the way. While that's happening, we want to use the morph ball stuck in behind it. It's going to be a bit of a maze, so this is the most elaborate Sky Temple key in the game to get. Yeah, I just there's a Sky Temple key at the end of this, but I'm sure you knew that already. So here's another one of these. We're going to get a power bomb back. And now that will activate this drone here. And now in this last room, we should have, there it is, Super Missile, and collect ourselves the 7th Sky Temple key. Only 2 more to go. Right, so we're getting quite close to 100% completion now, so I need to double check on what we still need to get. So, be right back. Oh yeah, I remember now. So, I remember these walls, we were talking about this before the Powerbomb Guardian, but this is actually the room we need to be in, the Under Temple. And the reason that, because now we have the screw attack, we can use these walls. So let's get a good line up. I think we want to jump from this side in particular. Oh, that was a wall jump. And there we have it. There's another missile expansion. Just one more to go. Man, the Sanctuary Fortress episode is actually going to be really short because there's barely any items we now need to get. That is kind of embarrassing a bit, really. But yeah, we look at our items. We have 98% items, so all that's needed are the last 2 Sky Temple keys and that missile expansion, and we'll have every single item in the game. So, I'm going to go head back to Torvus Bog Temple and we're going to finish the episode. So see you in a moment. Okay, we are back in Torvus Temple and ready to end the episode. So next time is going to be the penultimate episode in Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Probably I'll spend a bit of time going over a certain trivia that we didn't quite go over, because we barely have anything to do in the next episode apart from collect the last 2 Sky Temple keys and the last missile expansion. We now have maximum energy tanks, we have maximum power bombs, we have maximum beam arrow expansion, the missiles are all we need. We're at 98% items and 95% scans, so this game is nearly done. So the penultimate episode will happen, we will get the last Sky Temple keys and then proceed to unlock the Sky Temple. And then it will be the finale. Man, I can't believe this is nearly over. See you guys next time.